Hey everyone, welcome to the bar, and today's video is the first video of a two-parter. Part 1, today's video, we're going to be talking about the final arc of Vigilantes, and we're going to discuss what could possibly erupt from the most recent chapters that we've encountered. Then we'll wrap up this video with my outrageous theory on how the Vigilantes could possibly cross over into My Hero Academia, and then I'll elaborate on it more in part 2. I'll also be publishing a few more of my theories as the month goes on, because they've been pretty well received. So we'll see which ones get debunked, which ones get proven right, and which ones get me out-of-pocket gifts on Twitter. So don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. And if you enjoy my theories, throw up a like. And also, on a personal note, and as a warning, I spoil shit, like, frequently. Ask any of my friends, ask my girlfriend, and they will tell you I am literally the worst person when it comes to spoiling anything. So yeah, anytime I say light spoilers, call bullshit immediately and assume that I'm gonna tell you at the end of Spider-Man Far From Home, J. Jonah Jameson is played by...
Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's go.
Alright, welcome. Sit down, grab a drink, kick back, because today I am going a little bit out of pocket. So from my previous video, I've thrown into the ether that there's a possibility of Knuckleduster becoming a wanted felon by the police because of the murders that involve his quirk. If that indeed is the case, we'd have several characters take on larger roles within the series, because this means that we're definitely going to have people like Tsukauchi investigating the deaths of these 3 Final Fantasy men. Their deaths won't just be reported and disappear as background news. And when Naomasa begins his investigation, the first piece of evidence is gonna be the quirk overclock. Also, 6 having a hero license means a lot more than you would think. This time, this plan has been meticulously thought out by number 6, even down to the 3 thugs initially going after Popstep, and the reveal of his so-called hero license. I love breaking down number 6's plan. Like for instance, when those guys initially harassed Pop, number 6 coincidentally being nearby was just a hoax. And when he decided to do away with them, he just said he didn't need them anymore. 6 from the beginning was using everybody as tools of his betrayal. With him saving Pop from the 3 thugs initially, his plan was to get Pop's guard down even further, and as of the most recent chapter, it's working significantly well. And the reason why he just executed those thugs, that was to eliminate co-conspirators and absolve number 6 of any wrongdoing whatsoever. It's all about those loose ends. The thugs would have been able to tell the police that 6 hired them to harass the girl, which makes sense why 6 dodged the police initially during their first encounter. They would probably know that his hero license is fake. But the reason why those 3 weren't arrested was because the thugs were able to lie to the police and escape any form of blame. They could have said they were playing a joke and that guy was their friend. So yeah, in a way, killing the 3 Final Fantasy thugs was a way to tie up loose ends and begin the final chapter in taking down the Vigilantes. But I'm moving back to the fact that he had a hero license, because the sheer absurdity of this guy having a hero license is absolutely ludicrous. I mean, what, do you take night classes or something to get your hero license? Because after this moment, it feels like it's pretty damn easy to get your license after education. But what does this mean for our protagonists? Well, from the Police Heroes and Vigilantes video that I did previously, we learned what job specifications and standards the average law enforcement agent must abide by. And in the case of the heroes, they're tasked with detaining people using their quirk unlawfully. And like I said before, unlawfully is as simple as Koichi using his slide and glide to get to work in the morning. What I'm getting to is the fact that 6 can go after Koichi now legally. He has a hero license. He has the means to get Koichi in the sights of law enforcement. And right now, as each chapter passes, it feels like number 6 is just building evidence against Koichi to eventually get him noticed by the police. As for number 6's motive, he could be doing anything from trying to get Koichi to reveal where Knuckleduster might be, to him furthering his obsession of O'Clock and wanting to be the sole student of the high-speed hero. We learn from Koichi's monologue that this final battle, we would see him in the starring role, which is different from any other battle that we've seen in Vigilantes. Our boy Koichi isn't very known for going toe-to-toe. His heroic moments that really kind of, give you those Deku chills are really just rooted in being a savior and showing up at the right time. If he were to fight 6, like I said before, it would be a full-on speedster battle like the Flash versus Reverse Flash, and if any cop or any hero sees them fighting, they're gonna take 6's side. Also, we're talking about Koichi, let's flash over to Popstep for a second. The fate of Popstep. Thanks to you all in the comments, last week, you guys pointed out that 6 still has one of those bees from Queen Hachisuka, the person with the brainwashing quirk known as Queen Bee. If you don't know who she is, Queen Hachisuka is a person with a mutant quirk that makes her look like a queen bee. She implants herself into the eyes of unsuspecting people and takes full control of their bodies. Additionally, she can alter the bees to become like bomber bees, they can hold trigger at some points, but the big thing is, once she takes a body, she can also use the quirk of the body that she's inhabiting. The theory is that after Queen's defeat at the hand of Knuckleduster, we finally meet number 6 as the true mastermind. He takes the last bee belonging to Queen and says the many have been reduced to 1. Since then, we haven't seen the bee, so my guess is he's holding on to the bee for a particular occasion. So right now, you probably know what I'm getting at. What if Popstep becomes the next host for Queen Hachisuka? Now, before we jump into my out-of-pocket theory that results in the end of Vigilantes, the true line that I see the plot progressively moving towards is Knuckleduster settling the score with number 6 and Koichi trying to get Pop to beat Queen from the inside. The reason why I'm saying Koichi will help Pop defeat Queen from the inside is because we did see that there is one super aggressive way to save the host body from Queen. The rub is, the first person to ever do this procedure was Knuckleduster. This is a guy who goes from 0 to 100 real quick, without even thinking. So, when he went to save his daughter, who was the original host for Queen Hachisuka, he came to the understanding that his own daughter needed to die and be resuscitated in order to be saved. He was able to deduce that the parasite would be able to be pulled from her skull as the host body died. Meaning, as the host body begins to die, the parasitic wasp would loosen its grasp, and the process of Queen needing to find another body to inhabit to survive begins. But yeah, I doubt that Koichi has the skill or the means to bring someone back to life. I mean, to even do this, Knuckleduster had constructed special electro gauntlets that doubled as a defibrillator to save his daughter Tamao from Queen. So if I had to say what was gonna happen, we're definitely gonna see Pop and Koichi face off. Will we have the moment where hopefully Koichi confesses his love for Popstep and the power of love defeats all evil and makes everything good in the world? I don't know. But for now, I'm going in my pocket for the theory that links Vigilantes to My Hero Academia. So, back to the initial brainwashing of Popstep by number 6. If that is the case, Popstep could possibly turn on the Vigilantes. More like she probably will turn on the Vigilantes. We've also seen that number 6's plans now are very thought out. He got caught a few times while planning 3 years ago, so we know that it's probably not going to happen again. So what if 6 gets Koichi in some really big trouble, and Popstep's first act as a newly anointed villain is not going after Koichi to kill him, but to destroy him by testifying against him in court, or by just outright framing him to the police. There are side characters that would appear to help Koichi's cause, but for Queen's tactics, she would be able to deceive Makoto's polygraph. And even if Tamao Oguro, Knuckleduster's daughter, showed up and accused Pop of just being under the influence of a brainwashing quirk like she was, there isn't a guarantee that people will even believe her. Maybe she stays out of it altogether because everyone associates the past crimes of Queen with her face. Also, with Knuckleduster as her father, she could possibly just end up in hot water by making herself known. I just think that this would be a great opportunity to see how law proceedings happen in this universe. I know it's not likely, but it would just be kind of awesome. And if Koichi did get locked up, it would be kind of sad to see Koichi sent to Tartarus for being accessories to murder and vigilantism. And as we round the corner for the end of the video, which I guess kind of brings me to part 2 and my theory about how it could possibly cross over. My theory is that in the darkest timeline of My Hero Academia Vigilantes, Popstep and number 6 successfully framed Koichi for assault on a hero and a civilian. Maybe something more severe than that, I don't know. Koichi then gets sent to Tartarus, and amongst his new cellmates are the hero killer Stain, also known as the former vigilante Stendhal, and the gentle criminal, with the possibility of La Brava if she's locked up too. And something that I've kind of held in my gut is that since the fight between All Might and All For One years ago in the manga, I've had the biggest sinking feeling about All For One being in Tartarus post-fight. What if All For One wanted to be in Tartarus from the beginning? He already has his main escape there in Kurogiri, and I feel like there's a jailbreak brewing with All For One strengthening his ranks or letting villains out all over the place. What I foresee though is during the chaos of Tartarus being taken over by All For One, Knuckleduster suddenly shows up to save Koichi, and this ragtag group of new vigilantes make their escape. And we get to see Knuckleduster, La Brava, Koichi, Stain, Gentle, all people who have roots in being vigilantes or heroes trying to escape All For One because he wants to kill them because potentially every single one of them has a pretty strong quirk. But yeah, we'll talk more about that in part 2 of my theory, where My Hero Academia gets more involved. So tell me what you thought about today's video. I know my thoughts are a bit spread out right now and I'm trying to consolidate them, but I do think that Pop Step and Number 6 are capable of becoming villains in the main manga. If that were possibly the case, this would give us the opportunity for Mirio to meet Knuckleduster and for Deku to learn from a person that figured out playing hero for fun is fun, but eventually, you'll encounter a real-life situation and end up being targeted personally, because Deku hasn't been personally targeted yet. So it would be really interesting to see how Deku would deal with that type of situation, being hunted. And I won't lie to you guys, my theory does kind of feel a little bit out there, because I do want Vigilantes to wrap up in Vigilantes, but I'm trying to find reasons why Koichi would be forced to work with Deku. But that's going to do it for today's video. Be sure to stay tuned for part 2, and this is Dan signing off. Peace.